Greetings everybody, my name's Lianne aka Li HighPri, and I'm going to be doing a collective reading for us today, guys. I feel moved, I've been called. I can only really do readings when I feel called to do them, so I find it really difficult to even navigate my work, because really I need to be doing videos every day, and it's just like why? The message is the same. No, none of you ain't listening. None of us are listening, because when I do collective readings, the message has not changed that much. So clearly we still got things to be learning. But I do feel like it's the retrograde period, and I feel like especially for those of us who have had issues coming up, or things that we've had to be really like thinking seriously about, making decisions, having challenges come up for us, people projecting onto us and having to do healing and things like this. I think it's definitely connected to the retrogrades, and I feel around about December time, specifically when I think it's in December when Neptune will start to go direct. Any like confusion and things like that, like boundaries being a bit blurred as well. I think anything like that is should start to clear. We should start to get some clarity. But in the meantime, let's get some guidance. I'm gonna use my Beyond how you say it? Lemuria. Where's the books? Lemuria, something like that, nearly there. Gonna use this deck to connect us. Okay, we've got the card of air and paradigm shift. You can see the upward pointing triangle there, the line going through. It's the alchemical symbol for air. We also have the number 13. 13 is like a gateway of change and challenge. On the tree of life, Darth is the 13th Sephra, but it's also, it doesn't actually really exist. It's like a phantom world, or phantom Sephra. And we go through, well, it depends what channel you're going through up the tree of life, but if you're going through that the middle path, which not many people are able to stay in the middle path. It's very difficult to be able to navigate the light and the dark and not be overtaken by either one of them. And these are some of the things, the insights that I've been getting since I've had to pull back as well. So what this is saying is that what we're going through at this moment, in terms of what we have to learn, what we've been experiencing, things that have been becoming clearer for us, it's all part of this paradigm shift. It's all part of this shift in consciousness. It's all part of Earth herself raising herself up to a new level of vibration. And with the Earth raising herself up to a new dimension, a new state of consciousness, that's going to be the new baseline, because that's what's really what's happening. Earth has been vibrating at a low vibrational energy, mostly because of what we're doing. You know, it's not even nothing to do with Gaia herself. It's mostly to do with what we're doing. And it's like she's had enough now. She's been thinking about it with air. She's had enough now. So it's and now is the time. The planets are aligned. So Earth is raising itself up to a higher baseline frequency and vibration, and all of us are having to get to that point. We're going to be dragged there with her, whether we want to go or not. So it does serve us to release, and that's what this time is serving for us. This is what I'm getting now. That's what this time period, all the planets that are in retrograde right now, is giving us the opportunity to reflect, to release, to dissolve boundaries that need to be dissolved, but also to implement boundaries that need to be put in place, like locking off negative energy, negative people, staying away from certain places and situations and things like that. All of this is preparation. It's preparation for this new state of consciousness and this new state of being that we are going into. Whether we like it or believe it or not, it's happening. It's happening. The Gaia don't need you to believe in her. It doesn't need anyone to believe. It's going to happen regardless. So this is really about clearing out the mental confusion as well. Mental blockages with air. So let's get another card. With the 13, number 13, we get 4, right? And 4 is a number of power. It's a number of containment. It's also a number of stability and foundation. So this is like what I'm seeing is like new foundations being formed, new groups, new communities, new pockets of kind of like collective people who will come together and be like a community, like a tribe, like actual tribes and villages. Some of you are being called to actually create. Some of you are being called to create this yourselves. Like you are actually being called to do this. You are going to be the headmaster or the headmistress of this new institution, for example, or you're going to be the CEO of this new community project that's going to bring people together. So it's allowing for the downloads, and also being aware of all, you see all the eyes on her wings, all the different perspectives, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be pulling in ideas and pulling in information and pulling in inspiration, divine inspiration, and it's going to, what I'm seeing is like we're embodying it like a baby, like our own babies, whether we're men or women. It's like we're nurturing this idea, this seed that we have, so that it can grow into the vision that we have. All right, so let's get another card, please. Lumerian deck. I really love this deck. It's also it hasn't helped me because I came into the realization a while ago, but it's definitely aided my connection to my starseed family. Okay, and we have gracious receptivity, 28. So this card here now is about giving and receiving, making sure also that we're pouring from our overflow. We're not giving from a place of emptiness, and we're putting ourselves kind of first. Then we have Earth Star Chakra, initiation. So some of us are going through an initiation process, and at the bottom of the deck we have home. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Some of us are going through an initiation process. Some of us, what I want to say is that you're actually having a top-down spiritual experience. So what I mean by that is where we hear a lot of people talking about taming your ego or slaying the ego. You don't want to slay your ego because you're not going to be able to get 3D stuff done. And whether we like it or not, we're in a physical body. So you're going to need your ego a little bit. But some of us... yeah, so we hear a lot of these things, but some of us actually come here to, we've incarnated really to learn about the ego more. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience, but most people identify being with a human having a spiritual experience before they realize that they're spiritual. Some of us are born already knowing that we're spiritual. These are the people who are very graciously receptive to other people's wants and needs, and they will often sacrifice their own needs, wants, desires, dreams, ambitions in order to be able to be receptive to other people's. What's happening right now for the people who I'm reading for specifically, who that resonates with, is this is part of the initiation process. Okay, so now you're becoming more aware of who you're supposed to give your energy to and who you're supposed to pull your energy back from. What projects need to take priority right now and what doesn't need to take priority right now, because it's like this call is coming from your heart. It's coming from your heart. When I say it's coming from your heart, though, it's also coming from somewhere very, very distant, like a distant star system, a past life, a soul contract that you may have encoded into this lifetime that needs to be completed. But this is in your heart. So this means it's at the seat of your soul, which means it's part of your purpose and part of your dharma. This is your life's great work to be completed, and you are downloading the messages and the information. You're seeing the vision of it, how it needs to be manifested. So let me get my tarot and you can clarify this message a bit. See what other information we can get. So let's clarify the air card first, and then we'll see how we go from there. So let's get a card to clarify air, please. Okay. Ooh. We have the death card to clarify air. Something's coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Something is being transformed in a way that once it has transformed, there is no going back. There's no going back. So when the death card comes out, it can make people feel a bit like worried. Death is always something that's very sensitive subject for people. But with this, what I see here is a major transformation, a major rebirth coming into a realization of something. Then we have the Knight of Coins. This is something that's slow building. So this process, this change, this development, it's slow building, but this is like building the foundation. Like I said, once this transformation has happened, it can't go back. There's no going back. So it would be wise to take your time with it, because when we build on shaky foundations and those foundations crumble, all we're left with is rubble to pick it up, to pick up, you know, to clear up. We're just left with the rubble, the mess of it. Then the next card that came out was the Star card. So this is the card of hope and healing. So this is something that is slow moving, it's slow building, but it's deep healing we've got going on here. Inspiration and hope. So what else can we get, please? I want to clarify this gracious receptivity. Gracious receptivity with the Three of Coins. So this could be talking about collaborating. People are coming together. There are unions happening. We have divine unions between masculine and feminine, and we have divine partnerships that are happening in terms of collaboration to bring in this paradigm shift, to bring about this paradigm shift. So we are meeting the people. We are meeting the people who are going to help us. But you see this on this card? You see what's behind him? It's almost like they're kind of after it. And I've been getting a message to say that people need to be careful about who's offering you help, who's offering you guidance, and who's offering you support. Because some people are really just trying to help themselves. They see your light. They see your success. They see your path where you're about to go to. And they want to eat off of that. So that's just something to be aware of. Right now, we are all going through a major awakening. And I keep hearing home is where the heart is. I don't know who that's for, but home is where the heart is. All my days. Alright, I got home is where the heart is. This is so, I think this is specific. Then I got the Three of Swords come out in reverse. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, betrayal, being backstabbed. And then I have the Hanged Man. This is pause. This is telling, the Hanged Man comes out and it tells us to stop. Stop, look and listen before you cross the road. Sorry. But that's what it's telling us, to stop, look and listen. Because the divine, your higher self, the most high source creator has something to tell you and show you. This is where we stop going against the current and we go with the flow, and we start to accept that while we have free will, we have also encoded a destiny here, because we have a mission. What I'm seeing here now is, after some period of heartbreak and after some period of taking time out, you're finding where home is for you, where your center is, where your baseline equilibrium is, what brings you peace, what makes you feel balanced, still and centered. This could be a person, a place, or a thing. This is giving you insight as well into how this paradigm shift is going to occur. It's also giving you insight as well into past heartbreaks, and now they have potentially caused a blockage for this. So let me clarify this Earth Star chakra card. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands. This is the ending of oppression. This is the ending of oppression. This is the end of Gaia, of Earth, of Mother being oppressed. This is the end of it. She's saying it's done now. We already tried to burn down the Amazon rainforest, and then we had Corona. we tried to burn down the biggest lung system of this planet, and then we got Corona. I'm just going to say that, all right? I believe that the Earth, I know that the Earth is ready to wipe out all of the viruses here. If she has to create a virus to do that, then she will. And this is what's happening, because the Earth has been oppressed, has been used, has been raped, has been, all of the nutrients been stolen, the goodness, the crystals, the food, the minerals, but what do we put back? How many of you watching this recycle? How many of you got priestess or oracle or positive vibes or something of that like in your bio? But do you recycle though? These are the things that we are being initiated into. These are the type of insights that we need to be more aware of, because this going into this new vibration that Gaia is lifting herself up into, it's going to be severing. There's sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is to cut something off or cut something out so the rest of that organism can thrive. And that's what's happening right now. No more oppression. No more oppression for the divine feminine. I'm going to leave that message there, because I'm going to go off into I feel myself going off into one. I hope that helps in some way. Just be open and be prepared for this change, this paradigm shift. Be open to the messages that you are getting, the transformation. Some of you may be wanting this transformation to happen really quickly, but the thing is when things happen quickly, they end or they finish or they crumble even more quickly than they began. So if there's something you're invested in, allow it to take its time. Allow it to be solid. Basically, just don't force it. Don't force it and don't rush it, okay? Be open to support. Be open, be receptive to collaborating. Also be receptive to healing as well. But be open to collaborations, but be aware of intentions, okay? And yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Hope that helps. Please like, share and subscribe.